Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you around 50s era Steelport. I got to this location using Sandbox Plus by Idle Ninja. You have an opportunity to explore this area early on in the game, but most likely you haven't because you probably were too busy trying to finish the mission like I was. Let me start off by saying that this area is kinda small. On various message boards, people are convinced that this is actually a substantial or full conversion of the Steelport that we know. It definitely is not, and to add to that, I'm not even sure this is Steelport. I had originally thought that the diner found in this area was an older version of Smiling Jack's, but the layout of the surrounding buildings are nowhere similar. Even if Steelport had changed over the years, the topography of the area isn't similar, and change in topography is highly unlikely. This could just be a different section of Steelport, but I haven't come across an area that even slightly resembles it. I think they achieved in making this area appear to be bigger than it really was by not allowing the player to access a map of some sort. The pedestrians are different than those you'd find in virtual Steelport, but increasing notoriety still results in the Zin chasing after you. You can even find the Golden Sid and fight a warden in this area. The layout of this area is pretty simplistic. You have your house on the north side, the diner on the east side, the courthouse directly across town on the west side, and a drive-in movie theater on the south side. First, we are going to look at the house you start off in the mission. This is the room you start in the mission, which is supposedly yours. Now, I usually get 60 to 80 frames per second in Saints Row 4, including when I'm recording, but for some reason, being in this house drops it to as low as 27. Obviously, there's not much you can really do in here, but it definitely is one of the more detailed interior locations in Saints Row 4, as few as there may be. On the east side of town, you have a diner called Ginger's Dive. It has the exact layout of Smiling Jack's, which has convinced a lot of people that this is the exact same diner. I'm not completely convinced after looking around, I could be wrong, but I think they just either used the same diner to create a feeling of familiarity for the boss, or simply copy and pasted it so that they wouldn't have to come up with a new one. On the west side of town, you have the courthouse, or city hall, or whatever it is. I say courthouse because it looks a lot like Courthouse Square from Back to the Future. The clock and columns really sell the image. On the south side of town, you have the drive-in movie theater. I didn't even come across this place when I was playing the mission, so I had no clue it was there. There isn't anything playing on the screen, but it's still a unique and interesting place to visit. Anyway, if you want to check out the progress on Sandbox Plus, you can click on the link below, and make sure you tell Idle Ninja how awesome he is. If you have any questions for me, you can message me here on YouTube, or catch me live streaming on Twitch. And as always, thanks for watching.